Across the Antarctic ice flows and a blizzard begins to form. Snow picks up blinding white, and we look for any light. And I see it coming from a distance, and I hear a bang. Dr. Ward takes a shot to the hip. I duck behind a snowdrift, loading my rifle and lining up my sights. I looked for any glints of a scope out there. There were a sniper. The ice we stood upon began to quake. Something were under us, something pure white that made me shake. And suddenly, our block of ice began to tilt. I see the wide open jaws of a pale white orca as I slide down its eyes, a maddening purple and a glow where its heart should be. I felt some guilt as I loaded my M79 and fired into its jaws. Dr. Ward was freaking out as our ice floe slammed back down, guts flying around. Another shot rang past, I cursed, jumping and lying prone and aiming. I had just milliseconds, just a moment to line up the perfect shot, and bam! Wearing sailor's clothes at a nearby cave. Into it we go. Inside we find giant blind penguins. Their eyes white, their mouths lined with jagged teeth. They shrieked and waddled toward us. Dr. Ward prays to a god who ain't here. I started firing shots from my rifle, but it weren't quick enough, so I fired a grenade from my M79. Then the room began to shake and quake. I damaged the structural integrity of the cave. We started sprinting, started running, as rubble collapsed behind us. There, inside we found more scintillating coral in a wide open cave, like me and Lovecraft found undersea. And there amongst the coral were an abhorrent thing, larger than any train. It were faintly luminous, and temporary eyes formed and unformed from pustules. I loaded another grenade and fired at the thing. It split apart, but that didn't do anything. It just reformed, remassed. We ran down the tunnels and we ran and ran for miles it seemed, up a spiraling tunnel that weren't as it seemed. I saw in the glassy ice my past. Just beyond the frozen pain was I going insane. Everything that had occurred and something from the future still. I close my eyes, I don't wanna know the future. Already know my past, we have to get out of here fast. And the tunnel widened, tunnel opened until we could see clear. A convoluted ellipsoid, a fungal being, but crustacean-like. They were the Mygo, aliens from Yugo. They had heads in jars, with smiling, creeping faces of many men and women who had decided to join their kin amongst the stars. Dr. Ward crept around, grabbing one of the heads in a jar. It were Robert W. Chambers. We snuck through into a nearby tunnel that opened into an opening. We could see we were high on the side of Mount Vison. How the hell we got here, I didn't know. It made no sense. I figured it was a tunnel where I saw my past. We had somehow moved extra fast. We found an overhang to hide from the blizzard, and I shook the head in a jar, demanding he tell us something. He just laughed. You two think you know anything, but you will soon see. The Mygo are summoning Cthulhu from the depths of mysterious real-lie to come here. He's awake even now, so why don't you just bow? You must soon be dead. And I saw out in the distance a pulpy tentacled head, like an octopus, but scaled and grotesque, with rudimentary wings, like some kind of dragon octopus thing, given a caricature of human form. Its limbs stretched in a way that defied reality, defied sense, and it gripped the side and began to climb. I didn't know what to do when faced with terrors beyond your reckoning. Do you fall or do you rise? I grabbed an ice pick from a nearby frozen body on the mountainside, tossed it to Dr. Ward. Time to start climbing. Climbed the thicker what felt like hours. powers go through behind us, reaching us at an alarming speed, but we still had time. And after what felt like hours passed, we reached the tip top of the mountain. Then a massive green dark hand crept to the side of and shook the narrow space we had. A head rose behind it, a head so massive my heart grew cold. I felt an energy build within my soul. Heister screamed, grab your banjo, it's the only goddamn way. Give your gun to Dr. Ward, or there will be hell to pay. I tossed my unsent and living 9 to Ward, and he started firing. Explosion after explosion rang as I sang. The shadows gather around us, the cosmic wheel spun. The stars are aligned, are you ready, son? I ain't letting you devour me or Dr. Ward here, so back off you tentacle bitch. Hear the sound of my banjo playing, it's the sign of your doom. This thing we're cursed in Egypt lands, and it's all I have. Cthulhu, invisible barrier formed between me and him. Space and time were in control, at my will or hasters I was sure who were in control. I started lifting off the ground, and so did Dr. Ward. Looking up there were a black hole. I screamed, kicking my